Hi, here I am again. Now I remembered another relatively small issue that I still have to change on my website. This is my statement that traditional monotheistic religions, namely uh, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and possibly Baha'i, and maybe Druze. These are the religions that I know. There are probably a lot more monotheistic religions. These religions, that they are outdated. That that my ideology is the successor to these religions, and that only Buddhism and maybe Buddhism, Jainism, maybe other religions with roots in India, that they are the alternative, yes. But in one point I have to correct myself, and I will also change the website in these regards. And this is humbleness and gratitude towards God. This is, I think, important because in the traditional monotheistic religions nowadays, you see that these people, be it in Christianity or Judaism or Islam, are humble and grateful towards God. They really respect God, and they know, and this is certainly true, this is certainly the case, they know that we have to really be happy that our life is not worse. Okay, our lives are often difficult, or maybe always difficult, but it could be far, 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 far worse, infinitely worse. And because of that, because this fortunately isn't the case, we have to be grateful, very, very grateful towards God. And I think this is the legacy, and maybe it's an eternally valid, an eternal legacy of the traditional monotheistic religions, to say thank you to God. And maybe, okay, then again, my own idea comes into ideology or idea or philosophy or religion or belief or whatever, or hope comes into, into play, or that we once will be able and also be righteous enough to replace God. Yeah, maybe this is indeed the case. Maybe we can create an even better universe, or transform the existing universe, or universe of all universes, I have to say, because there are probably more universes than the one visible by physics now. This universe of all universes we will probably, possibly, maybe, hopefully be able to transform in something better. But okay, should we be indeed have the capability to do this, omnipotence probably as a precondition, then chances are very high that we deteriorate it, because if you have power, you might not use it for the better. So it's very important to preserve this legacy, although it's a very conservative stance, a very conservative worldview that has a lot of negative side effects, in my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. I don't want to judge other people too much if they are happy with it being limited by their tradition. It's okay. Then it's understandable that justified that they live like that. But apart from these many outdated rules that these adherents of traditional religions, and especially traditional monotheistic religions, follow, apart from these outdated rules, there is this one rule: to respect God, to be grateful towards God. And I think this has to be preserved. And also maybe even admired by people like me, by radical transhumanists who want to have successors that one day become omnipotent and maybe even replace God. But okay, so remember that maybe the stance of humbleness and gratefulness towards God is more realistic and probably also more justified. Yeah. And it's also important to uphold peace, because imagine if a radical transhumanist like me really has this goal of replacing God one day, and maybe even has adherents or a network of like-minded individuals, people, and they really begin to develop this technology and mathematical knowledge that will maybe, if everything works well, goes right, will maybe one day have end in an omnipotent godlike creature. If you really allow this to happen, then you have to take this seriously, such a goal. And if people really people like me would believe in it, and then without the necessary ethical judgment and ethical values and sense for real and realistic justice. Yeah. Sorry for my hand, I cannot move it in a normal way because now a friend of me has just written me a WhatsApp message. I will answer her later. My hand cannot move naturally because the camera, the angle of the camera is too limited. It's not wide enough. So sorry for that. But this I really appreciate now. You can say anything against conservative or even ultra-conservative religious communities, but they have this realistic sense of gratefulness towards God. Yeah. And in order to return to the previous thought, in order to maintain the peace, it's important that especially ultra-progressive people, radical transhumanists like me, acknowledge or appreciate this attitude, this conservative and outdated looking but probably everlasting attitude of gratefulness towards God. Yes, and I also have to make a small, I just remembered in the previous video I said that I went to the GVC, to Swiss Evangelical Church, GVC Gemeinde von Christen in Uster. Yes, it was then, in 2011, 2010, 2011, 2012, it was in Uster, the location of this evangelical church, of the GVC, GVC, but now it is in Aartal. I just wanted to correct that, in case you do a search in Google or another search engine, you will see that the GVC is now in Aartal. Aartal-Seegräben, it's the name of the municipality. And but I have never been there anymore after it moved from Uster to Seegräben, Aartal. So I only know how the church looks like now from pictures that I saw on the internet. Because I'm so sick, so immobile now, so lethargic, and so afraid of exhaust fumes and of loud motorcycles and cars, and also of the heat now in the summer that will hopefully end in 2 days, respectively, or 3 days, depending on how you count. Yeah, I'm not, and I'm also I think my biggest fear is probably beautiful. It's not a fear, but it's a source of stress. Beautiful women, tall, slim, elegant women. This is absolutely difficult for me to see, and to not approach them, because they look so promising and great. And how can I go there, encounter them, pass by them without saying hello and trying to give my phone number or even get her phone number? So this is difficult for me. So it's best for me to stay home, and this also means to not go going into this evangelical church. But how shall I say, the love and or at least appreciation and belief and hope in God is still inside me. I could say a romantic wording expression would be in my heart, but it's the brain, it's not the heart. But to be romantic, I could say it's in my heart, the love of God. Yeah. And I can listen to the music of the GVC. This is, and also of other religions, of course, not just Christian music. Jewish music, klezmer music, and also Islamic music. Yeah, or Far Eastern music. Or of course modern pop song or Western classical music. It's all very helpful to ensure, to increase and ensure my belief in the future, that everything will become good and end in a good way, and that God's world will not turn into something very bad or horrible. Yeah. And maybe we humans can be also in the ultra long term make a positive impact on this universe, respectively universe of all universe, even should we be able to leave this universe here and settle in expand in other universes. It is. Yeah, but then a lot of things have to go right. I mean, the chances that we humans exist, let's say, in a trillion of years still, or in 10 to the power of 100, or 10 to the power of 1 trillion. I mean, this is absolutely enormous number, or even more, in such a time frame that we still exist. The likelihood that we still exist then is almost zero. Practically zero, because so many things can go wrong in the meantime. But still we can have this hope, and that we may one day, in one moment of time, even become God, become perfect, and enter negotiations, or how do you say, now I have to stop soon, it's almost 15 minutes the video again. I actually wanted to make only a short video, but now it's soon finished. To enter negotiations or consultations with God, how to cooperate with God or even replace it. Yes, and do it in a good way, so that justice is preserved. So now it's 1 hour and 8 minutes, 8 past 1 in the night, Wednesday, 8th of August 2018. 8th of August 2018. So I really have to stop now. The recording is now at 14 minutes and 29 seconds now. So I have to stop. Thanks for watching so long. Bye. Maybe I will do a next video, but for now it's enough. Bye. Thanks.